Hello everyone, welcome to GGRC12 tutorial. Today I'm going to talk about the key points in tasks 3, 4, 5. If you have any questions about the lab, please send me an email or watch the videos at my YouTube channel, and I will try my best to answer all of your questions. In task 3, you're going to look at relationships between transportation supply, population and workplace density, and mode share characteristics. There is no technical instructions about these tasks because it's mainly about comparisons using the maps you've made in tasks 1 and 2, and it is important to discuss your comparisons in terms of hypothesized and observed relationships between transportation and land use characteristics. There is no need to make new maps. You just use the existing maps from tasks 1 and 2 and discuss any similarities or differences across regions in the city. For example, you might find out that the transit mode share in downtown Toronto is higher than other regions, but the car share is higher in some suburban areas. In task 4, you are going to describe mode shares within queried areas. And task 4A is about selecting TAZs that have subway lines. Open your map in Classic Viewer. Go to Analysis. Find locations, find existing locations. Here I'm going to use TTC roads because I'm going to select subway lines from that layer. Add expression and select the road type and choose subway. Click add to add it to the expression. And you can give the new layer a name. I'm going to use TTC subway. From analysis, and you will have a new layer in your map that contains subway lines in Toronto. So here is the new layer that is subway lines in Toronto. And I'm going to find the overlap of subway lines and TAZs. So go to Analysis, find existing locations. I'm going to use the TAZ layer as the input layer. Click Add Expression and use intersects. So it is TAZs intersects TTC subway. Add it to the expression and give a name to the new layer. I'm going to use TAZ. TAZ subway, which means TAZs that have a subway line. Click Run Analysis, and you will have a new layer here that shows all of the TAZs that have a subway line across it. Tasks for BCDs are very similar. They are all about selecting an area in Toronto and doing some summaries based on the selected area. We will do our selections based on the 150 neighborhoods in Toronto. And by opening the attribute table, we can see that field 5 and field 6 are the IDs of the neighborhoods, and field 7 and field 8 are the name of the neighborhood. By selecting the neighborhood in downtown area, we can check their name and neighborhood ID. And we will use the information to do our selections. Go to analysis, find existing locations. Here I'm going to use the layer TO neighborhoods. Add expression. I'm going to select neighborhoods where field 5 equals to 75. Add it to the expression and then add another expression that make field 5 equals to 76. Make sure you are using OR instead of AND here, because by using OR you are selecting 4 neighborhoods, but if you're using AND, the results will be 0. So make sure you're adding 4 expressions to the box and their field 5s are equals to 75, 6, 8, and 9. And I'm going to rename the output layer. I'm going to call it downtown neighborhoods. Click Run Analysis and you will have a new layer that contains 4 downtown neighborhoods. Here is the downtown neighborhoods from selection, and here is the Scarborough neighborhood using the selection method. And here we are going to find the TAZs that intersects downtown neighborhoods. Go to analysis, find locations, find existing locations, and the input layer should be TAZs because we are selecting a subset from that. And make sure it intersects with downtown neighborhoods. Add this expression to the box and give the new layer a name. I'm going to use TAZ downtown because it shows TAZs that's located in downtown area. Click Run Analysis and you will have a new layer that's shows the TAZs in downtown area. You can also edit the expression and to make TAZ intersects Scarborough neighborhoods. Then you will have TAZ-SC, which means TAZs that are located in Scarborough Town Center. And here are the outputs from the selection. You might find that the TAZs, the selected TAZs, is larger than the neighborhoods, which is fine because that when we are doing selections, the boundaries of the neighborhoods are considered. So even if the boundary touches a TAZs, it will be selected. So it is okay if your TAZ region is larger than the neighborhood. And by following the similar steps, you can find the random neighborhood and make it intersect with TAZs. Then you will have a TAZ area that intersects with a random selected neighborhood using your student ID, using your student number. So just make sure that after all of these selections, you keep you save the TAZ's layer, and you will use the information of them in the following steps and to make a summary table. To fill in the summary table in task 4, you will have to open the attribute table of the selected areas. For example, I'm opening the attribute table of TAZ downtown. And we can see that this is a subset of the whole TAZ layer. By clicking on the field, we can see the statistics of the field. For example, the number of transit trips in this area is about 10,000. And for the number of car trips in this area, we can see it is about 6,000. But these are all absolute values. What we care about is the ratio. So I'm going to calculate the transit share, for example, in this area. I'm just using the similar method from the previous tasks. So if you have any questions about adding a new field, calculating the field values, you can just go back to my previous videos. And here I'm putting the expression here. Sometimes, I don't know, it might be technical issues or bugs. I have to do it once again. I'm entering the expression and click on calculate. Yeah, it is the transit share in this area, and from the statistics we can see the average transit share in downtown area is about 50%. Then we can have similar calculations on car share, population density, workplace density, and so on. We can also calculate these variables using TAZ Scarborough and TAZ another TAZ areas. So make sure after all the calculation, you save your map, save your layers, so you can quickly go to the attribute tables and find the numbers you need to fill in the summary table in task 4. Task 5 is all about summarizing and reviewing your discoveries from the previous tasks. You will have to use Metrolinx business cases. You have to select one business case and comment on it about why you are using this case, why it is important, and make some comparisons between the case and the findings in your lab. Basically, this task is about a report of what you have found in the lab and some comparisons between your findings and the business case of Metrolinx, and you will have write some paragraphs about what can be done for the future in Toronto. Okay, that's all about the tasks and all about Lab 1. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Thank you so much. See you.